So today we are going to discuss about SAP CPI. Okay, what is SAP CPI and how it works and what are the required details we need to create any integration flows. Okay, so what first we will discuss what is CPI. So CPI stands for Cloud Platform Integration. So this is a cloud-based application. Okay, earlier we have a on-premise application. Yesterday we discussed about this on-premise application, right? SAP XI, PI, and PO. Later, it's changed it to CPA. Okay, so the SAP has started their integrations with the XI. It's initial version of the integration. So integration is nothing but to integrate two systems. So to transfer any data to one system to another system. So they require integration. So to fulfill their requirement, SAP has developed one application called SAP integration. So in the integration, they have introduced the XI. XI is the initial integration tool SAP has developed. Then later it was changed to PI, process integration. So process integration is a dual stack version. So here we have a ABAP and Java systems we have. Okay. So in the XI we have complete dual stack. There is no Java stack, only ABAP stack and Java engine we have, not a Java stack. Java engine we have. And coming to PI, they have introduced a ABAP and Java stack. Okay. So here we have only ABAP and Java Java engine we have, and here we have a ABAP and Java stack. So ABAP is nothing but a ECC. Yesterday we discussed about one ERP application, right? So this ERP will communicate with the all other business systems, right? So same like here also in the PI, in the initial stage, they have developed a in application called ABAP PI application. So there all the integrations related to the uh, standard functions like standard functions called IDOC, RFC, and proxy. So for these standard functions, they're supposed to integrate with the ABAP stack and remaining things, right? HTTP, JDBC, and SOAP, mail, file. So these are all the different adapters will be available in the PI. Okay. So these are all the different adapters. This adapter will help you to communicate with the sender and receiver system. We'll discuss in detail more going further. Okay. So for now, so we'll check on the what is ABAP stack and what is the Java stack. So ABAP stack is nothing but a standard SAP provided application. So in the ABAP stack, what we can do is we can communicate with the SAP system using IDAC RFC proxy adapters to get the data or post the data to SAP application. Okay, and this Java stack stands for the HTTP connections, JDBC, other than help you to communicate with the other applications. Okay, so this is how the PI has introduced a later point of view. Then PO has migrated into completely single stack Java stack. Okay, only Java stack will be available in the PO. Some companies they are still using ABAP and Java stack for PO as well, but that's not SAP recommended because the security wise and the integration performance wise. So these two will give an impact. So because of that, SAP has given a new single stack which is supports for all these adapters, which is supports for all these adapters. So then with the using of only single Java stack in the later point of view, it was changed to like we have multiple adapters as well. Let's take these are the critical one. Okay, so these are all the adapters will be used to communicate with the other third party system along with the SAP systems in the Java stack, in the PO. Okay, so process orchestration. In the process orchestration, these are all the type of engines we have. These are all in the on-premise application. These three are all in the on-premise. Like physical servers we have, it was installed in the physical server. With the help of physical server, we are able to communicate with the SAP and non-SAP application. But later point of view, this was upgraded into cloud. So when in the initial stage of cloud, they have introduced a HCI HANA cloud integration. HANA cloud integration. So this will help you to communicate with the cloud application and along with the on-premise application. So later, due to some issues, it was removed and it was renamed it to CPI. HCI has renamed it to CPI due to some issues, due to some bugs and security reasons and some issues. It was migrated into CPI. Okay, so here cloud. Okay, some people will call it cloud platform integration, or some people will call cloud process integration. Okay, so you can take anything. That's both are same. Okay, so CPI they have introduced in the later point of view. This CPI will help you to communicate with the cloud systems along with along with the on-premise application also. Okay, so it will help you to communicate with the same like a HCA, how it will be connected to the on-premise application and the cloud applications, right? So this will also help you to communicate with the on-premise application and the cloud application with the securely, and the performance wise also good. Actually, we can get the data within the fraction of seconds. We can get the responses back from the CPA. Okay, and it's easy to integrate with any application, any other application. Here they have introduced Salesforce, SuccessFactor, and OData services. These are all the different adapters they have used here. And even we can integrate with Slack also we can integrate, and what we call, so we have different applications. Okay, different adapters has introduced here to communicate with the on-premise and cloud applications. With the more securely and reliably, we can get the data from the third-party applications and SAP. So this is what the SAP CPA will do. Okay, so how it will communicate with the third-party applications and SAP application. Okay, so first we want to know what are the third-party application called and what are the SAP applications. Okay, let's see what. Okay, okay. So here we have a two type of systems. Okay, here we have a two type of systems. One is SAP systems and one is non-SAP systems. SAP is nothing but which has provided by the SAP. Like SAP company has introduced some of the applications. So if you want to communicate with that SAP applications with the CPI, so then we call it as a SAP applications. And we have a non-SAP applications also. So non-SAP application is nothing but Oracle database and SQL database and IBM databases and AWS servers like Amazon Web Services. You heard it. So Amazon Web Services and some of the third-party SFTP server, and this Google is there, right? So Google is also one of the third-party application. And Yeah, so these are all the different third-party applications, and so CPI can have a capability to handle both applications, SAP and non-SAP application. So here in the SAP applications, what are the systems we have? Okay, so here in the SAP we have a SAP system. We call it as a ECC or S4 HANA. ECC or S4 HANA. You just remember this word. Okay. And the going further, mostly in the technical terms, we use this source system, SAP system. So we will use these names. Okay, you just remember this. Whenever we call it as a ECC, then it should be a SAP application. Okay, SAP application. You just remember this. So here in the ECC, we have a different applications, different modules we have. Okay, so yesterday we discussed about SDMM, some these details, right? Yeah. These are all the different modules we have in the SAP. So MM, FICO, CRM, PP, PQ, SD, and we have uh, applications also we have. So this is these modules we call it as a SAP integrated modules. This will help you to this will help you to maintain the perspective, like material management is there, MM. So MM will purely help you to maintain the material details and material quantity and material warehouse and material export and imports and raw material related information. Everything will be handled by the material management team. So only material related information will be handled by the material management team. And FICO, so financial related information, any invoice related, payment related, and payment acknowledgement related, and uh, order related information, and order completion related information. Everything will be handled by the functional team. So financial information team will be taken care, and the change relation management. So CRM is nothing but a transport related. So any customer, like example, I am the customer for the one of the company. So I want one product. So what I'll do is I'll purchase it in the online. So if you purchase it in the online, how it will reach to your home? So backend some transport like backend some transport will be there. Let's take example of Swiggy. Okay, you are doing order. You are ordering something in your home. So some hotel will send food to you, food to Zomato or Swiggy person, like the vendor, who is working for this transport, uh, mm, this transport related activities, right? So they will hand over it to them. So they will bring it to your house, so that the transport related activities will be taken care by the CRM team. So whatever the transport, like example, let's take a food delivery. Food delivery, we have some different apps, and grocery delivery, we have some different apps. So same like in the business also, they have to deliver their products to customer or vendors. Like example, they have different vendors also, right? So they have to develop the manufactured product to the customers or the vendors or the companies. Like example, online web service maintain. Some people will maintain online web services also, right? So such cases, the CRM team will take care of everything. Okay. So and a PQ, product quality, and PP, product plant maintenance, and SD, sales and distribution. So these are all the different modules we have in the SAP. So each module will have their own limitations. So SD person cannot come and see the CRM activities, and CRM person cannot come and see the financial related information, and FI uh, functional people will cannot come and see the project planning. So these are all the different uh, modules we have in the SAP. So to integrate with these modules, we require we require an integrator. So the integrator will transfer the data to one system to another system. Like example, material management team will maintain the material related information, like product. If you purchase any product, you will see some MRP, expiry date, and product number, and SKU code. Some codes you can see it in the description, right? In the payment log, you can see it, and you know about all the product details. So these details will be maintained by the material management team. Okay. So MRP will be maintained by the functionality, and the transport, when the purchase order is purchased, when it's delivered, and what is the product number you have ordered, everything will be handed over to the CRM. So there will be intercommunication between these applications, these modules. Okay, these are all in the same application in the ECC. Okay, in the ECC itself, these are all developed. Okay, it's under the ECC system. One standard system we have, ECC or S4 HANA. Nowadays it was changed to S4 HANA. S4HANA is a cloud-based application. Okay, it can support for the on-prem and the cloud, but ECC is a purely on-premise application. So how like CP and PA, right? So same like in ECC is also migrated into S4 HANA. So some companies still using ECC application, some companies are using S4 HANA. Okay, so this ECC and S4 HANA is a application. So under this application, we have a different modules. So these modules will work under the SAP ECC. But our CPI technical team is a different. And basis also will work on this and this. Basis will work on two systems together. So this is a different system and this is a different system. Okay, CPI is a different system and ECC and S4 HANA is a different system. You need to know that. Okay. So this is how the systems will be differentiated by the SAP to integrate with the any other SAP applications and non-SAP applications. We will use a integrator tool application called as a CPI. So we are discussing about a CPI course, right? Then we will call only CPI is an integrator for this SAP and non-SAP applications. Okay, so these are all the SAP applications. So do you have any questions on it? Can someone speak if you have questions or not? Please let me know.
It's clear. Dinesh.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how the SAP application was there. So here we have different models. And coming to on-premise applications, they have introduced a new application called SuccessFactor S4 HANA we discussed, right? S4 HANA, Ariba, Concur, Fieldglass, etc. These are all the different SAP provided. SAP company has provided these are the applications by under SAP licensing. Okay, and CPI, SAP CPI is also one of the SAP application, but we are not talking about in this. Okay, because it's a integrator tool, it's a separate tool. Okay, but when it comes to ECC, so these are all the SAP adapters. We have these are all the different SAP supported applications developed by the SAP. Or some cases, no, someone developed it, SAP has acquired it to their own company. Like example, SuccessFactor is a different application. So someone different person has developed this, but SAP has identified this is a useful of a application. Then they owned it. They purchased this application to their into SAP. Okay, Ariba is also different application. They have purchased into their application. And Concur and Fieldglass are all different applications. So SAP purchased it and they are using it in the SAP called SAP applications. Okay, so this is how the SAP applications will be there. And coming to non-SAP applications, non-SAP is nothing but other applications which are not developed by the SAP, which are not supported by the SAP. So such applications we call it as a non-SAP. Okay, so which are supported by the SAP company and which are giving application enhancements and upgradations and everything will be provided by the SAP. We call it as a SAP applications. Okay, so these are all the SAP applications and which are non-related to the SAP, non-related to the SAP and non-supported by the SAP. These other which are not supported by the SAP, right? These are all we call it as a non-SAP applications. In the non-SAP application, we have file SFTP, .NET, web services called as Amazon Web Services and AWS web Services. Is right. So we call it as a web services and web applications. So we have some earlier we have a Java based web applications, right? So HTML based web applications. Those are all done in the Java code, not in the SAP applications, right? So then we call it as those applications also we call it as a non-SAP. Okay, and databases is nothing better which is having their own database like SQL database, Oracle database, and IBM DB2 database and Sybase database. These are all the different databases which are not supported by the SAP and not maintained by the SAP. So then we call it as a non-SAP. These are all the systems we have in the SAP. Okay, in the landscape in the any business area, we will find the SAP and non-SAP support applications. So when you want to integrate with these two systems, okay, example here we have SAP applications and here we have a non-SAP. Some cases, no, you have to communicate with non-SAP to SAP or SAP to non-SAP. Such cases, what we will do is we will use a CPI integration. Okay, CPI integration tool we will use in between. Let me add a new one. Okay. Okay, so example, this is a SAP application, and this is a non-SAP application. Non-SAP. Let's take a non-SAP applications. Let's take one of the database. Okay, Oracle database. Oracle database. We want to integrate data. So SAP has some material data or some data, some product data they have. So they want to send this information to Oracle database, which is business like they are running one business. Okay, so one business is want to integrate with the SAP and non-SAP application called as Oracle database. Okay, so here, instead of creating a direct call from the SAP to non-SAP, due to the security reasons, what the company has suggested, like what the company has decided to create a CPI system in between these two applications. Okay. So we have a CPI integrator, middleware integrator application. So CPI is a middleware, right? So it's a middleware application because it it will be a like a postman for the SAP and non-SAP application in between these two applications. So that's why we call it as a middleware application. So this middleware application will help you to integrate with the SAP and non-SAP applications. Okay. So what CPA will do is CPA has a capability to communicate with the SAP application and non-SAP application. Okay. SAP is called it as a source application. So example here we have two systems. This is one system. Okay, let's take source system. Okay, and here we have a receiver system. Okay, so data. Okay, so here we have a two systems. One is source system and one is receiver system. So here SAP wants to send some data to the non-SAP system. Okay, so here who is going to send the data? SAP is going to send data to the receiver, right? So non-SAP application. So then SAP will be a sender. And who is receiving data? This Oracle database is receiving the data. Then it will be a receiver. Whoever sending the data, there should be a sender, and who is receiving the data, there should be a receiver. Like example, whenever you send any message to your friend, you are sending message to your friend, then you are the sender. You are requesting something, or you are telling something to your friend over text. Okay, then you are the sender, and who is receiving that message? Your friend is receiving message, right? So then your friend will be a receiver in our case. Okay? In the real time also, whoever wants to send any data is nothing but is they are trying to send some data, means they have some details. Okay, here they have some details. They want to send those details to the non-SAP like Oracle database application. To receiver, they want to send it. Okay, you just remember this word. Going further, I'll use a sender or source application, receiver as a destination. Okay, destination application. I'll use source or sender or receiver as a destination. Okay, receiver or destination. We will use going further. Okay, so you just remember these words. Okay, whatever we are discussing, right? Source and sender and receiver details. You need to remember these technical words. In the real time, we will use only these technical words, not the other words we will not discuss. Okay. So here the source application is the SAP and the target application is the receiver. And the target as well. Okay. So we call it as a source or target or sender or receiver. We will use these words repeatedly in the going further. Okay, so this is how we have a two application. So to communicate with these two application, we require one middleware, right? So that's the CPI is a middleware application. So what CPI will do is CPI can send data from sender to receiver, source application to target application without any data modifications. Like whatever the data, like example, we have some data. Okay, so here and so what CPI can do? Just transfer data from sender to receiver without modification, just transferring. Okay, and it can modify data based on receiver receiver requirement. Okay, take one point one. Okay, so CPA SAP CPA has a capability transfer the data from sender to receiver without any modifications. Modifications in the data. And the second one, CPA can modify the data based on the receiver requirement. Like example, they are using a different application and the sender is using a different application. So though there will be a data format changes. You know about this .xml, .txt, .pdf, .excel files, CSV files, right? So these are all the different formats we have in the data level. Okay. So same like here also we have say we will use a XML. Okay, XML and text and a CSV format and a PDF and tar format and zip format and JSON and JSON and dot tif, okay, etc. So these are all the different data formats we have in the real world. Okay, in the integration in any integration. Okay, so we have different data formats. So these are all the different data formats will support to communicate with the SAP non SAP application. Like example, SAP will support only for the XML format. Whenever you see XML is only support XML format, other format it will not support. But in the Oracle DB side, this will be a different format. This will be in the database format. It will be in the table format. Okay, so table format is nothing but a Excel format. So CSV format they will maintain it, or else we can send it directly in a row based. Okay, so based on the row, they will convert the data into a Excel format in their application. Okay. So here we are converting XML to non-XML format using the CPA. So this is also CPA can do. So what CPA can do is CPA can send data from the sender to receiver application without any modification. Like example, same data, whatever the data we have, right? The same data. Whatever the same data we can transfer from sender to receiver. Okay, so whatever the data it has, right, this data will be transferred to the sender to receiver without any issue, without any modifications. Or it may require any modifications in the data level also, it will modify. Here the sender is SAP system and the receiver is SAP system. So here data is processing from sender SAP to non-SAP application Oracle database with the using of CPA. So this is how CPA will be introduced, and here we have a capability. CPA can do anything. Okay, CPA can modify the data, or if you want to send any data, extra data. Like example, if you want to add any data to the flow, also it can add. And if you want to delete any data in between this flow, like example, we are getting some xyz fields. Okay, in the xyz you want to receiver don't want to x, so then CPA can delete the x data and pass only y and z data to the target. So this is how the CPA can handle anything. Okay, it can modify the data, it can delete the data, it can update the data, it can add anything to the data as well. Okay, whatever the data sender is sending, right? So this data we can do anything. So do you have any questions till now? No. Yeah. Okay, so this is how SAP CP has introduced, and they're using in the most of the companies they are using the CPA. So without some companies without CPA they can't do integrations as well, because CPA has that much of credibility, and that much of securely this is highly security, having a secure parameters as well, and the performance was as well. So whenever the SAP has sent data to the target system, they want to send data to the target application, so CPA can send as a real time, so within the fraction of seconds, like in the within seconds, like 1 second, 2 seconds, depending upon the data size. If the size of the message is below 10 MB, it can transfer within the 1 minute. Within the 1 minute only, the data will be transferred from SAP to non-SAP application. And if data is more than 10 MB, okay, so it will take some time to process the data. Okay, so this is how CPI will work in the real time, and it will have the new more securely, and performance wise also it's good enough to transfer the source data to the target applications. So this is how CPA, SAP CPA has a more capable application to support for the all business modules. Like any business client, they can use this CPA. Okay, and most of the companies are also using. If you compare 100 companies, out of 100 companies, 80 plus companies are using the same CPA as an integrator in between. So that's why we required more attention on the CPI. Without CPA, like without CPA, example, if sender and receiver, and without CPA, so if your sender wants to send data to the target system, they can send it. But the transformations, everything in the data level, that need to be taken care by the SAP team or either Oracle team. So for this, they require a more people to do the modifications and everything. So the communication is also need to be taken care, and security, everything they need to taken care together. So that's why we require integration integrator tool in between these two applications. Okay, so this is how the CPA will do, and the CPA can have a capability that, so we have a sender. Okay, this is one application. Okay, so here we have a sender and we have a receiver. Okay, in between these two, we have a one more receiver. So what you want to do is, like example, you are going to any vacation. Okay, you and your friends are going to one vacation. Okay, so what you want to do is, so some person will have a car. Okay, so this person need to go to other place to pick one more friend. Like example, you have one more friend, you want to pick that friend and you need to go to the other friend. Okay, so without this friend you can't go to the your third friend. Okay, so in this case what you will do is, first you will go start your destination from your home, and then you will reach to your first friend location, and then with picking your second friend you will go to the third friend, right? Then you will start the journey, whatever you want to go, right? Then you will go there. So same like here also, CP has a capability to handle the other flow as well. Like example, sender will send data, some data sender will send. What CPA will do is, CPA will go to the as per business process. Okay, so this will be informed by in between the discussion. Okay, in the initial stage of discussion they will inform you. So we have a one application called the sender AI system. and you want to using the sender A system details, you need to go to receiver one, and there you have a different details. You need to collect that and both together. The sender A data and receiver one data, you need to combine together and send it to the receiver B application. So this is a requirement they have informed you in the stage of development. Okay. So at that time, what you need to do is you need to call a receiver application, receiver one in between the flow, right? So CPI has a capability for that. Okay. So sender will send data to CPI. What CPI will do is based on the interface. Okay. So then it will based on the name details, whatever the name, right? Dinesh, example, let's take this name, Dinesh. So what CPI will identify is based on this name, it will go to receiver and fetch the Dinesh related information. So what is the employee ID and location ID and address, everything, right? So it will gather from the receiver one and it will collect together and send it to the receiver B. So what it will send, the message one we have Dinesh, and message two we have 1 2 3 4 location ID, right? This is a message one. Message two we have these details, and message one we have these details. So what CPI will do, the CPI will collect these two messages together and send it to the receiver in a single message. It will be in a single message. They will send it to the receiver application. So this is how CPI have a capability to handle the other receivers data as well. So it can merge together and it can add together. If you want to add any other receiver also, if you have any other receiver also in between the flow, it can handle it. And if you have any other receiver also, it can handle it. So for this, we require to do some changes in the integration level. Okay, we call it as a integration flow. Okay, just remember this word, what I'm telling. Okay, so here we are discussing SAP system. Okay, SAP system and non-SAP systems, and I integration interfaces are iFlow. Okay, I should be okay iFlow. We call it as an interface. Interface is nothing but a one system to another system connectivity. We call it as a in the real time we will call it as a integrate interface or iFlow. Okay, and here we have package. Okay, package and artifact. Okay, so artifact so we call it as the interface. First package will come. Under the package, we will develop these interfaces. Okay, interface, interface, iFlow, artifact. These three words are same. Okay, some people will call it as artifact, and some people will call it as iFlow, and some people will call it as a interface. Okay, you can, but the three words are same. You need to remember this. The package is nothing but a whenever you want to create any integration with one business to another business. Okay, one system to another system to system. Okay, system to system integrations, right? Then we use a package. We use one package. Like example, let's take one business scenario. So in the business, one business is there. Like example, like one online store. Okay, so online store. Okay, let's take one online store application. So here we have uh, one person will be maintain the application. Okay, online application. One person will maintain the online store online application. He will maintain it. But the actual thing is he is not having the any product. He'll just maintain only the application. He will provide the application. Okay, he just provide the application to the business people. So using this application, what other persons will do is they will sell their product. Third persons, okay, third party, third persons or companies sell their products, right? So example, let's take any online website. So we will find different electronics items and grocery items and household items and kitchen items and some of the small activities, small any like we have different products we have in the online website, right? So these are all not maintained by. This will be just website maintained by one person. Like online store will be maintained by one person, and the remaining all the product related information will be maintained by the different teams, right? So electronic items. Some of the we have manufacturing companies. They have their own manufacturing and electronics. So they will directly manufacture the products. But this grocery person cannot make the electronic item maintenance, right? And he can't sell the electronics item also. So that's why we have a different business people in the online stores. If you find it in the online stores, you have a different products. Will have each product will have their own business. Like electronic items, they have their own business, and household items they have their own business people, and kitchen items they have their own, and FMCG goods like daily we will use groceries, right? So this will also have their own business people and manufacturers, and vegetables and market items, right? So they also have their own business, right? So this is how they have multiple business people involved into the companies, right? See here we call it as a system. Like example, electronics people, electronic system E, call it as a. It will be maintained only by the electronic company, and electronic will have this own spare parts also, right? Spare parts. Like take any product, okay, electronic. We have if you take any electronic item that will have a spare parts also. So but spare parts will be maintained by the system, some system spare part system will be maintained by the spare parts, and system electronic will be maintained by the ready to move product like a TV or a refrigerator or any other product related to the electronic. It will be maintained by the electronic. So we need to have a communication, right? So they will order electronic TV manufacturer will order some spares from the third party. So they want to integrate with, right? So this is how the integration will happen. So they need a spare parts. The electronic person need a spare parts, but the spare parts will be maintained by the some other person. So what they will do is this system electronics person will add order the spare parts from the system B. Okay, system in the system B they will order the spare parts, and system A will have the electronic items. They require electronic items, and they have the spare parts. Okay, so these person need to order the spare. System A need to be order the spare parts from the system B. Okay, after that, after electronic purchase, right? So this will be handled by the system A. System C required a TV. Okay, so from where he can order it, this TV will be delivered by the system A electronics. Okay, system A electronics. Right. Yes. When it's order, system system D will come under. So this is a transport. So system D will transport the TV. Okay, this TV will be transferred to the system C here. We can see we have an internal connectivity between these three applications. Okay, someone is going to manufacture the electronic item using the spare parts, but he don't have a spare parts. So that's why he required a spare part from the different system. From the system B, he required a spare parts. Here, this person will give the spare parts to the electronic item. So in between there will be a communication, right? So this will be communicated by the CPI. Okay. In between this, we have a CPI. So what CPI will do is CPI will help you to get the details from the electronic item and send it to the system B here. To order any spare parts, they will initiate a request to the system B. So system B will identify they require some spare parts. Then they will send the spare parts to the system A electronics. How they will send? They have system D as a transport. Okay. Using the transport, they will send it. So they want to know the transport status, right? So how they will know the transport status? They will upload. So whenever you purchase any product, okay, let's say you have purchased one product in the online store. So you will get the estimated date and product order confirmation information, like order confirmed. So once the amount got deducted from your account, and when it will be delivered, and in where the product you can track it, right? The product where it has come and what is the status of the product, everything you can check it, right? How you can check it? In the back end level, some integration is required from your to your application to the transport related application. So then only you can able to know where the product is and where it was available. So all the details will be handled by the CPA. CPA will take the headache from the system A and system D, and it will transfer the data. What is the status of the uh, current status of the product? It will send it to the customers. And the same like here also, they will send the transport related information to the electronic team. And then once the electronic spare parts is reached to the electronics person, right? So they will start a TV. They will prepare a TV and they will send this TV to a customer. Okay, so to a electronic team. So then the transport will be ordered. The using the transport, the system C will take care of the TV. So some product, some person is required TV, right? So this will be taken care by the electronic team, and everything will be transferred transparently, right? So what is the status of this product, and when it will be delivered, and where the spare parts details he wants to know, where the TV status customer wants to know. So everything will be need to be transparent. It needs to be a visible mode. So where it was and when it was transferred and everything, it will be handled by the CPA. Okay, not from the CPA. Just giving an example. This is not the exact case. Okay, CPA can use it in multiple segments. We have an interfaces. Like example, so till now, do you have any questions? Like this is one of the example how CPA will transfer the data to system A to system B, and uh, and we have a data modifications and everything will happen by the CPA. And CPA has a capability to call and between the receiver and receiver two, receiver three. Also, we have a capability to gather the messages together and send it to the receiver. How the CPA will work? So till now, do we have any questions? No. Okay, so then we will go for the next session. Okay, so this is how we have a CPA. So why we require CPA and what CPA will do. So these are all the details we have checked. Okay, so now we'll go to the technically and what is CPA. Okay, and where it was transferred. Okay, CPA is a cloud-based application, right? So CPA required a platform. Okay, so CPA required a platform. Because it's in cloud based, so it's required a platform. So the platform has provided by the SAP BTP cockpit. Okay, so SAP has provided a platform, call it as a SAP BTP cockpit. Sorry, SAP BTP cockpit. SAP has SAP has provided one platform called SAP BTP cockpit. Under this BTP cockpit we have a multiple applications will run. Okay, under the BTP cockpit multiple application will run. So in that multiple application we have our our CPA, we have our CPA also there in the BTP cockpit too. Okay, under the BTP cockpit platform we have a different applications along with the CPA, SAP CPA. Okay, so here in the BTP cockpit tool, CPA has named it as a integration suite. Okay, we call it as an integration suite. It's nothing but a CPA. Okay, we call it as an integration suite in the real world, but this is a CPA application. Integration suite is one of the application under the BTP cockpit. BTP cockpit is a platform provided by the SAP. So under this platform, we can integrate, we can subscribe the integration suite. We require a subscription for it. If you want to use any integration, right? So we required a BTP cockpit platform, and we required under the BTP cockpit, we required a integration suite subscription. Like example, if you want to use any Netflix or Amazon and any online applications, right? You need a subscription. Based on the subscription, you can watch movies, you can do anything in that application, right? So same like here also, if you want to run your integration suite is required a subscription. Okay, so without subscription, you cannot create a CPA integration suite in the BTP cockpit level. Okay, so BTP cockpit is a platform which is provided by the SAP and cloud based. Yes, someone is saying something. Okay. Okay. So SAP BTP cockpit is a platform provided by the SAP which will help you to take a subscription of your application. Okay. So integration suite, along with integration suite, we have a different applications in the BTP cockpit tool, but no need to worry about it. It's not taken care by our team. So it will be taken care by the different applications. Okay. So just a platform. Okay, like same like your Windows application. When you install a Windows is a platform. So in the Windows application, you can install any, right. So you can install Microsoft application. You can use PDF application.
Dinesh,
Yeah,
yeah. Let us ask them how far they are following.
yeah, that's what I'm asking, but no one is responding actually.
Yeah, hi team. You need to. It should be interactive session. You need to speak out and share your thoughts. Can
So,
anyone tell
team,
what is SAP? Guys, who would like to tell what is SAP? Anil?
Yeah, sir. SAP is an ERP software, so
Okay. SAP is a company, basically.
yeah.
Simple. So what is Microsoft? It's a company, right? Google,
Yeah.
it's a company. Oracle, it's a company. Every company has their own product, right? SAP has their own product. Can anyone tell what are some of the SAP product? Okay. Can you tell any one of the SAP product? Madhu? Guys, you need to speak out. If you do not answer, we cannot understand, right? How far you are following. Sandeep, CPI is SAP product, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then why can't you tell CPI itself is SAP product, right?
Yes, yes. CPI, PI, POXI,
Yeah. So they're
S2.
all SAP integration tool, but these are all the names given to the same tool, integration tool over the period of time. Okay. So how many people are using, right? So many across the globe. How many users are there for SAP? It's huge, right?
More
Did
than
anyone check?
80%.
Yeah, then you need to understand, right? What are all the products of SAP they are using? So somebody told, Anil, you were telling ERP tool something, right?
Yes, sir.
What is meant by ERP?
Enterprise resource planning, sir. It's a software
What
for
are
a
the
business.
resources of an enterprise?
Different modules, sir. SCM, SD, MM.
Can you please elaborate them so that everyone can understand?
So MM will be the material management system, sir. SCM is the supply chain management. SD is the sales distribution department. FICO, like finance department. These are all the modules which are there in the organization or in a business.
For any business, right?
Yeah, any
Enterprise. For
business.
any
Yeah,
enterprise. These are the resources.
yeah,
So SAP having products to handle these particular business functionalities. That's why
yes,
SAP is more popular. Even though a number of functionalities, products are there, but only one integration tool, that is XI, PI, PO, and now today they are going to move everything to CPI.
yes,
Make sense? We need to
yeah, yes.
understand what kind of product we are learning. So, is this an important tool to any business?
Yes, sir.
Younger, how do you say it is an important tool?
Yes, sir.
How it is important? Madhu, you want to add anything? Okay, so whoever is like not talking is not you are not going to be gifted anything, right? You need to
SAP
speak out and clear away your doubts.
SAP వాళ్ళ బిజినెస్ ని మెయింటైన్ చేసుకోవడానికి యూస్ చేస్తారు సార్. ఇంటర్నల్ గా వాళ్ళ బిజినెస్ రన్ అవుతుంది చూసుకోండి అండ్ స్టేటస్ చూసుకోవడానికి మెటీరియల్ మూవ్మెంట్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ గా ఎలా ఉంది అలా చూడడం.
The question is SAP CPI an important tool
Yes, sir. It's an
for
important
any
tool to
business?
integrate. Yeah, sir. Yes, sir. So more than 80% organizations, businesses are using SAP. So
They are using SAP,
yeah,
but why SAP CPI is important?
it's an integration tool which is used to integrate between SAP to non-SAP platforms, sir.
Yeah, SAP to SAP, SAP to non-SAP, non-SAP,
Non-SAP.
non-SAP, wherever you want, you can use it. That is
Yeah.
okay. But my
Yes.
point is why it is useful for any business. So if you want to go to one shop to buy one product, how do they get the product into the shop? They get it from the supplier, right?
Yes.
So suppose if you want to go to one shop, you are purchasing one product. Okay. So they will be keeping the same product from multiple brands, right?
Yes.
brand A, brand B, brand C, brand D.
Mhm. Mm.
So how the shopkeeper is going to procure the material from the supplier? How? Depending on certain things, right? So initially the shopkeeper, I'm thinking about a bigger shop, something like Big Bazaar kind of thing. So they keep for every kind of product, they keep 4-5 different varieties, right? Different brands.
Yes.
Are you able to follow?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, how do they get one brand to be finalized? So they reach out to the company, they get the quotation. So they reach out to 10 different companies for the same product and they get the quotation. Whoever is giving them the best offer, they go with them for some 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, like that limited term. They go into the contract and then they will be starting the they will be selling their products in their shop, right?
Yes,
for
sir.
example, in the mall. Okay, as a customer, you go and purchase the product whichever you like.
Yeah.
This is the thing what we do every day, right? Even if you go to a mall, you see the same. So suppose if you want to buy a shirt from different brands, you see multiple shirts will be there, and whichever you want, you buy it, and you pay for the item, and then you walk out. This is what we are seeing, right, every day.
Yes, sir.
So if you think the shop as the business, they need to talk to different suppliers every day, isn't it?
Yes.
Without talking to multiple, without communicating to multiple suppliers, can they get the products into their shop?
No,
Guys, you
sir.
need to speak. Guys, you all need to uh, contribute. You all need to understand and add your thoughts. If anyone is having any questions, please let us know.
Okay, sir.
Unless you understand the importance of the communication, you cannot learn the tool with the way you wanted to. You need to learn. Okay. So without communication, they cannot get the materials into their shop, right?
Yes, sir.
So once you get the material into the shop, the customer need not come to the shop every time. They can also order the item from online. The product will be delivered to your home delivery, right? Home.
Yes, sir.
Are
Yes.
you able to see this kind of transaction nowadays?
Yes, sir. Like we are using Flipkart, Amazon,
No, we don't need
online
to
platform.
tell the name, but this is one of the business scenario, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So thinking your shop as the business, they need to talk to outside world, other businesses, isn't it?
Yes.
Every day, day to day, without communication, they cannot run the business even for one day. Is it true or false?
It's true, sir.
True, sir.
Yeah. And once the material is purchased from the supplier, so they need to pay them. Inside the company, they need to have multiple departments. They need to store the product. Somebody need to display the product. Somebody need to send money for the invoices. So different departments will be there within the shop, our business, right? Shop business. Not one person is taking care of all the things. Different departments will be there, right? Those are all called HR, FI, CO. All these are all business functionalities. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So all these departments needs to talk together, and also this business needs to talk to other businesses in the day to day. So there is a very huge requirement for any business. You take any business, okay, for the communication. Communication is the key. Without communication, businesses cannot run. Is this true or false?
True, sir.
So without SAP CPI, SAP business, SAP modules are strongly recommending to use the communication tool as SAP CPI. So wherever SAP is being used, SAP CPI has the scope. So across 190 countries, 3,45,000 customers are using the SAP product. So if you are skilled, if you are ready to work, there is a lot of work wherever you go. So this product, what we are learning, this is not a cosmetic product. This is a basic major ingredient for any business. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So it's not like fancy thing. So many products in the IT you see nowadays. Some reporting to something, you will be hearing for 5, 6 months, and then you will never listen to them. Right? So many products you see in the market, but this is not such a kind of product. Without this business, even one day business cannot run. So such an important tool when you are learning, how well you have to learn. You need to be very focused. You don't need to learn 100,000 different things. You learn few things, but clearly, in depth. You need to understand. Make sense?
Yes, yes, sir.
Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
So I suggest you all guys, when you are learning the best tool, you try to give your best. When there is the trainer available, you try to utilize his time properly. When you are in the busy day, every day in the early morning, when you are spending 1 hour, 1.5 hour, you try to utilize your time. You should utilize your time in a right way and do not misuse your time, and do not think that this is just like that we can learn like that. No, nothing is miracle is not going to happen unless you put effort, and you need to utilize the time from the trainer, and you need to prepare from your end. Okay, this is not at all a challenging tool. it, all that you need is the guidance, and we are ready to guide you guys. You need to speak out.
Yes, sir. We will give our best, sir.
Yeah, so important things you try to understand the, and one suggestion I give you: every day you try to note down the new words you are listening to us. So sometimes we use like some keywords might be like without noting, mm, without noticing, we might be using it because it's habituated for us. But if you feel it is a new word, you don't hesitate to write down, understand, learn it. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah. So what is BTP? By the way, we stopped there, right?
Yes, it's a business technology platforms.
Whose business?
SAP business.
Yeah, anybody's business. Business is anybody's.
Anyway,
Technology platform is yeah. What is technology platform? What is platform?
platform can have multiple technologies.
What is platform? Anyone? Sandeep? Priya, you want to try? Where do you see platform?
The
See,
platform is a
Vasant is
place.
saying, I see in the bus stand, railway station.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Vasant. You see there, right? In the platform. Railway station, you see platform?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what do you see on the platform?
People, customers.
Only customers?
Shops.
Shops? Anything?
Platform
Yeah.
is a platform is a place where we provide certain services to those certain services.
Yeah. You don't want Google definition, Sandeep. We want your definition. Somebody is telling shops, we see. What do you say? Some benches, tables, you can chairs will be there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Vasant is saying a TV also there. But Vishnu, anything else you see on the platform? Some notice boards are there. Train
Yes, sir.
coming. Yeah. Anything else?
The marketing strategy.
Yeah. Um, so this is the railway platform they used by the railway department to utilize like their to conduct their day-to-day work. Okay, display and all the shops, the benches, whatever you see, TV and all those things, so you see there. So in the technology platform, that's the railway platform, right? Same way, technology platform is also giving so many plugins. Okay. So many different ways it is being used. It's not for one person, one purpose. It's multiple purpose. That's what the meaning is. Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So one of them is integration. If you want to like the integration suite is the integration suite is in the business technology platform. So BTP is capable of holding so many things. Out of them, integration suite is one of them, and it is dealing with the integration needs of SAP. Integration suite is the integration plugin in the BTP. Is it clear now? Any questions? Guys, you need to speak out, or else we take it in the alphabetical order. Devaki, are you able to understand? You're on mute if you are speaking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is integration suite? Integration suite is part of the business technology platform, right?
Yes, sir. Business technology platform. It is a collection of
Yeah.
SAP BTP.
No, integration suite is part of business technology platform. So one sentence only. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Clear. And next second sentence, integration suite is having multiple integration tools like CPI, API management, and so many other small tools. It's like a hub. Okay. It's like one house having multiple rooms. Think like that. Okay. Guys, you need to speak out. Is it okay or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then what we call CPI is the heart of integration suite. How many organs a human being has? So many, right? Hands, legs, but only one heart. Integration suite is like a human body. CPI is the heart of integration suite. Is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Easy to understand? So
Yeah.
there are so many other small tools in integration suite. Don't worry about them for now. We want to, our focus is learning CPI, understanding the heart of integration suite, which is the platform, which is the plugin in the business technology platform, which is the only platform from SAP. Make sense where we are? Guys, are you understanding?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So if you learn CPI, you are learning the core part of the integration suite. The remaining small pieces you can learn anytime later. Okay, our first objective is to getting into work. We want to start with CPI learning, and you need to understand all the features of the CPI, and you know the importance of the communication for any organization. So CPI as the middle, like as the center of the communication. So they are going to take the messages from the sender, and they are going to uh, give the messages to the receiver. So CPI will be in the middle. So you need to understand the CPI tool as much as you can. That way you are going to be more comfortable with the work. So far, everyone is clear? Anyone having questions? Madhu, if you are on mute, you are not a good boy. Yeah. Sandeep, Shashikala, do you want to add anything, or is it clear? Do you have any questions? Vamshi, Vishnu, Ashwant. Guys, you need to speak out. Ashwant. Guys, why are you on mute? Any reason? Can you please unmute and tell if you have
Yashwant?
any questions so far?
Yeah, Sandeep is about to talk.
Madhu, why are you on mute? Priya, Devaki. Can anyone tell what is BTP?
Business technology platforms.
Yeah, can anyone explain, Sandeep?
In business technology platform, we will have SAP Integration Institute, and it will have so many.
If I talk like that, will it be helpful for you, Gangadhar?
Sorry, sir.
No, if I talk like you, will it be useful for anybody? Are you
No,
able to
sir.
understand? Then why are you talking? When something is bad, why do we need to do it? You talk clearly, slowly, confidently. When you are telling the truth, why do you need to worry? Unless you speak out, you will be never ever going to crack the interview. Remember,
Okay, sir.
if you are not clear with the topic, you learn it.
Okay, sir.
The way you explain, that matters. Why I am asking all of you is, unless you come forward and speak out, you will never ever get into work. Trust me. Doesn't matter how fast you work, how fast you do work, doesn't matter. Unless you speak out, you will never get into work. You need to speak clearly, slowly, so that what is there in your mind should be clearly understandable to the other person. Then what is the purpose of joining the class? If you keep learning, no use. How much you are useful to the business, you need to show, you need to tell in the interview. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
When
sir.
somebody is ready to pay you, why should they pay? You need to tell, guys, I am the right resource for you to handle this work. If you feel I am the right resource, yes, give me the work. Unless you show the confidence in your words, why do they offer you the work? No use of learning, basically, when you are not able to express your thoughts. No use of learning. Make sense?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Whether it is good or bad, known things or unknown things, speak out. The more you speak, the more you practice, the more you become comfortable. Unless you speak out, no, nobody can change your life. You can do degree, another degree, PhD, double PhD, and then you will be at home only. Nobody will be giving you work. You are not at all useful to any business in the real world. Are you looking forward for that? Guys, do you want to go to work? or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If anybody want to go to work, you try to speak out. You need to speak clearly. You need to see now Gangadhar tried speaking something, and I am able to give him the my my way of advice, right, Gangadhar? If you
Yes, sir.
did not speak, you will be never knowing.
Yes, sir.
Even though you master the tool, you might be going to the interview like this only.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now you understood, right? Where to correct yourself. Don't
Yes,
think
sir.
about the person sitting next to you. He is also a learner. He is also trying for the job. Right?
Yes, sir.
Whoever is understanding, whoever is correcting themselves, whoever is practicing in the right way, whoever is able to express their thoughts in the right way, they are going to get into work first. Doesn't matter whether you get 90%, 99%. Who cares? How many people are there? More than 90%. I can show you. Hundreds of resumes that are there. Even 10 out of 10 are there. Still, they are not getting into work. You are able to understand my point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How much you are learning is another part. How much you are able to contribute to the real world problems. That is the main important. We are here to solve the problems. When there is a problem, we should not run away. We need to go see how can we contribute and how can we solve the problem. For them, there is a demand. Always, always. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Harish, can you please check with the team if anybody is having any questions?
Yeah. Hi team. Just be open to ask questions. Everyone should. See, wherever you are facing questions, you can freely ask questions, whatever you have. అంటే ఈవెన్ ఎవరికైనా కమ్యూనికేషన్ ఉంటే ఈవెన్ తెలుగులోనే అడగండి డౌట్. ఈ స్పెసిఫిక్ పార్ట్లో నాకు అర్థం కాలేదని లేకపోతే ఏదైనా ఉంటే ఇలా సైలెంట్గా ఉంటే తెలియదు కదా ఎవరికి.
Every one of you should be in work right after training 2 to 3 months. Then only we become successful. Not our focus just to complete our training. Guys, you need to understand. Okay?
Okay, sir.
With a lot of
ట్రైనింగ్
hope.
అంటే మీరు రికార్డెడ్ సెషన్స్ విన్నా అయిపోద్ది, బట్ ఇక్కడ లైవ్ లో ఉన్నారంటే జస్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూటిలైజ్ ద టైమ్. దట్స్ ద థింగ్ హియర్.
With a lot of hope, everyone joined here, right?
యా.
Yes.
See, unless you travel in the right direction, you cannot go to the target destination. If you are going in circle, just like your classroom, you are sitting silent and you are pretending like a good student, you get complete certificate. That's only you don't get a job. You already experienced that. You already completed certificate course and then you got the certificate, but you did not get into work, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So the lagging skills, what we want you here is to speak out, try to understand what the trainer is saying, and if you do not understand, that's okay. Nobody is going to understand. Suppose everybody is having their own way of learning. Some people are good at learning one time listening. Some people like me might be good at learning after listening to the fourth or fifth time and practice. Some people, they might be learning only after practicing. So many different kinds of varieties of brains are there. We cannot generalize, but whatever it is, you need to contribute, you need to communicate. It should be like an interactive session. It's not like one way lecture. If it is kind of lecture, I can ask Dinesh to record and give you. Then why do we need to be in the class? See, early morning, you woke up for your learning, and we should utilize his time, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Shashikala, you
Yes,
are
sir.
on mute. I don't know whether you are there in the system or not.
Yes, sir.
If you do not want to come talk, you can listen to the recordings. You can save some money, right? Recordings are half price. Even 40%. Priya, you are also same. Madhu, Devaki, Ernama, Ashish,
Yes, sir.
Yashwant, Joseph. Guys, you understood, right? The expectations from tomorrow. Yeah, you should be like very interactive. The class should be interactive, and you should utilize the time properly. Okay,
Yes,
is this clear, all of you?
yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah. All the best and welcome to Suchi IT Learning. Yeah. Hope you are all going to be very, very good at CPI learning, and hope Dinesh will take care of all of you. And Gautam is there in the class. Harish. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Gautam will be your coordinator. Anytime if you have any questions, please reach out to Gautam or Harish if needed. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Carry on. Thanks, Dinesh. Sorry to take more time.
He left already, sir.
Yeah.
Just,
Okay. His time is done. Completed, right?
yeah, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, then you
Okay,
stop.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay,
Too.
thank you.
You stop
Thank you so
recording,
much.
Harish. No.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
stop.
Recording.
Yeah, stop.
Okay.
Yeah.